Good evening. I'm Chris Matthews. Welcome to Hardball. Well, we're in a time of a lot of frustration in this country. Iraq, of course, the lack of health care for people who work every day, gas prices going up, the weakening economy that scares us every day. And I come on here every night and try to wrestle with these frustrations. And also the changes in our country. We might soon have the first woman president, the first African-American president, or a man older than we've ever elected before. And, of course, we always treat things here with hope, our uniquely American hope that we can actually make things better, that we can make the greatest of countries not only survive, but, as William Faulkner once said, prevail. In the midst of talking about all this, almost always without a script and almost always on tricky subjects of gender and race and right and left and what's in our country's interest and who I think is telling the truth and who I think isn't, I know I'm dealing with sensitive feelings. I've accepted all of this as part of the business I have chosen. This program, I am proud to say, is tough, fearless, and yes, blunt. I want people to react when I say something. I don't like saying things so carefully, so politically correctly, that no one thinks I even said anything. What I've always counted on in all the wild, speeded-up conversations on Hardball and elsewhere on television is my good heart. I've always felt that no matter how tough I got, how direct, how provocative, how purposely provocative, people out there watching would know I was not out against them, that it was them I was rooting for, that while I was tough on individuals who sought to lead the country, I was not against the hopes we all have for a fair shake. In fact, a better deal for people who have been held back before we came along. Some people I respect, politically concerned people like you who watch this show so faithfully every night, people like me who care about this country, think I've been disrespectful to Hillary Clinton, not as a candidate, but as a woman. They point to something I said on MSNBC's Morning Joe the morning after the New Hampshire primary, that her election to the U.S. Senate and all that's come since was a result of her toughness, but also the sympathy for her because her husband embarrassed her by the conduct that led to his impeachment, because he, in the words I used, messed around. The truth, of course, is finer, smarter, larger than that. Yes, Hillary Clinton won tremendous respect from the country for the way she handled those difficult months in 19.
I know that there are witnesses that are ultimately going to come forward and name the three men in the bathroom with this girl. So, Clark Goldband, what are the stats?
Well, Nancy, the stats are hard to know right now because Duke no longer in the league. Hofstra, number 2 ranked Hofstra, surging ahead of Sacred Heart last night, 19-10.
Clark, I don't mean the athletic stats. I mean the rape stats. What would that have to do with this case?
I'm sorry, Nancy, I misunderstood, but we do have the rape stats.